Joining us now is our good friend Jake McWhorther, and we have spent some time in our shows the last few months making sure our trees and other vegetation is ready for summer, but now it's time to look at the proper way of trimming our trees to make sure they look good and are healthy through the summer heat. So how do we do this the right way?
Okay, the right way. So we've got some examples here. First of all, I'm gonna get you to hold this.
Okay.
We're gonna show you the wrong way. Okay, so let's pretend this is a tree, like this is just a big tree. Okay. So what most people will do is they will come through and they will prune off every single little branch they can reach from the ground, and then they're gonna thin the tree out like this. And they're going to, don't want to get your nails, they'll thin the tree out. So then what we end up with is something like this.
Okay.
So we can see that there, something like this. So that's what we end up with normal, everyday run-of-the-mill tree pruning. What happens is that these limbs get very heavy if you take out all the interior. These limbs get very heavy and they get very extended, they get very wide. So what we want to do is basically the opposite of that.
So you want to balance the weight, basically.
Right. So we're going to get another one, and we'll show you kind of the right way to do it. So that's a little bit bigger one. Okay. So this tree right here, yeah, we probably want to take off a low limb. We probably want to take a couple of these lower third sprouts off that aren't doing good. Okay. So now we're up here to our main canopy. And so what we want to work on, you can't really see this, but we've got a dead limb here, so we'll cut him off first.
Okay.
We got another dead limb here, we'll cut him off next. And so now we've got our main canopy. So instead of thinning out the interior and pushing the growth to the ends, what we want to do is kind of come out here on the ends and lighten these ends up. So make very selective cuts on the ends. Reduce that weight. Okay, boom, perfect. Not near as much came out of it.
Right.
We have left this interior canopy for that big wind dispersion that Big John always tells us about, the outflow, right? The outflow of these big storms. So now, as the wind comes through this tree, it can disperse this wind with these leaves on the interior. We've made the ends lighter, right? So they're a little bit lighter. And we've also discouraged this growth from going out. And so now we've kind of pushed this growth up. And so I'll give you one more example.
Okay.
So let's pretend this is a little baby tree.
Okay.
So this is the actual size of the tree now. So we want this tree to grow up nice and straight. That's not really a great example. So what I want to do is I want to slow the growth of this branch, because eventually I'm going to take it off because it's too low. Okay. And then this is not going to be my main, this is probably going to be my main leader, so I'm not going to touch it. So I want to take a little bit off of this one to subordinate it. So anything, you just got to remember when you're pruning, anything you do in any part of the tree is going to push growth somewhere else in the tree. So if you make a cut, if you make a big cut on the right side, the left side is going to grow a lot more. If you make a bunch of big cuts on the bottom, the top's going to grow a lot faster. Okay. What we never ever want to do, this has been a common Amarillo practice over the years, what we never ever want to do is top a tree.
Bad news.
Worst thing you can do. It's going to sprout, it's going to go nuts. Worst thing you can do for a tree possibly is top it. Okay. Best thing you can do for your tree is call somebody that knows what they're doing, because you can really mess a tree up.
Right.
It takes them 75 years to get that big, and you can mess them up in a day.
And where can we go to learn more information about this and just get the proper tree trimming down?
You know, our accrediting agency is International Society of Arboriculture, ISA.org. Okay. That's one of the best websites. It'll give you a link to Trees Are Good. You can find certified arborists. You can find pruning resources. You can find fertilization resources. You can find all that stuff.
Perfect. Well, now I know how to cut a tree properly.
All right.
Thanks for being here with us, Toby. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
We have a lot more studio work coming up after this. Keep it here.